Hello friends, welcome. Welcome to my YouTube channel Anand Joshi Biology. Myself Anand S. Joshi. I am from Department of Biology, MSG Junior College, Malegaon Camp. And on behalf of E-Content Development Department of our institution, Mahatma Gandhi Vidya Mandir, Malegaon, Nasik, I am presenting my first video for Standard 11th. So friends, in 11th science, biology being the most important subject, if you see the syllabus which is kept for your 11, it consists of 16 different chapters that belongs to the basic fundamental sciences that include botany, zoology, anatomy as well as physiology. And dear friends, these chapters are going to form about 45% of the syllabus which is kept for your entrance examinations like NEET as well as state level CET. The first and the foremost chapter which is kept for 11th syllabus, it is going to be chapter number 1 and it is titled as Diversity of Living World. Now in Diversity of Living World, the first thing we are going to study is characteristics of living organisms, how they differ from non-living things. Then we'll understand the basic principles of life, followed by basic concepts like herbarium, museum, botanical garden, zoological parks, and the most important one, biodiversity parks. The second chapter is going to be chapter number 2 and it is titled as Systematics of Living Organisms. In this chapter, we are going to see the basic fundamental information about branches like systematics, like taxonomy, or even the classification. Once we understand that, we'll proceed on to the 3-domain system of life, which forms the basis of classification in the biological world. Then we'll understand the taxonomic hierarchy, the sequential arrangement of organisms for classifying them, and then we'll understand units of classification, biological nomenclature, and 5-kingdom classification, followed by the basic information about viruses and viroids. Friends, chapter number 3 is going to be the kingdom Plantae. Now this is going to be the fundamental botanical chapter that belongs to your syllabus. In kingdom Plantae, we are going to see the basic principles or salient features of plant groups like algae, bryophyta, pteridophyta, gymnosperm, angiosperm, as well as we are going to see the plant life cycle and alternation of generation as basic understandings. Chapter number 4 is going to be the kingdom Animalia. In this chapter, we are going to see the basic criteria for animal classification, as well as the non-chordate phyla like Porifera, Coelenterata or Cnidaria, Ctenophora, Platyhelminths, Aschelhelminth, Annelida, as well as Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata and Hemichordata as non-chordate phyla. Now in the same chapter, we are going to see the chordate phyla like Pisces, amphibians, reptiles, aves as well as mammals to complete the study of animal classification. Chapter number 5, it is going to be the most important one, the basic one, cell, structure and its organization. In this chapter, we are going to study the characteristics of cells, concepts like totipotency, pluripotency. Then we'll understand the basic kinds of cells like eukaryotic as well as prokaryotic cells. Then we'll see the detailed structure of prokaryotic cell, the detailed structure of eukaryotic cell and the variety of components, cell organelles which are present within the eukaryotic cells and their basic functioning. Chapter number 6 is going to be the most important one, biomolecules. As it belongs to biochemistry, it is going to be a very important chapter for your competitive examinations. In biomolecules, we are going to understand the basic concept behind biomolecules and will study the details of biomolecules like carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, nucleic acid like DNA, RNA, and enzymes. Chapter number 7 is going to be the cell division. In cell division, first we'll understand cell cycle. The various events that occur during the life of a cell, it is said to be the cell cycle, and then we'll understand the basic type of cell divisions like amitosis, mitosis, and meiosis. Chapter number 8 is going to be the title with plant tissues and anatomy. In plant anatomy and tissues, we are going to see the meristematic tissue, the permanent tissue, the tissue systems in plant, as well as towards the end of the chapter, we'll understand anatomy of roots, stem, as well as leaves. Then, chapter number 9, it is going to be the morphology of flowering plants. Friends, believe me, this is going to be the most fundamental knowledge as far as the living world is concerned, plants are concerned. And in morphology of flowering plants, we'll understand the angiospermic plants and their reproductive structure said to be the flowers. In morphology of plants, first we'll understand the morphology as well as modification of roots, followed by stem, and then the leaves. Once we finish that, we'll see the reproductive organ which are arranged in the form of group, and that group of flower said to be the inflorescence, the meaning of inflorescence, the types of inflorescence, and finally we'll end this chapter with the structure of typical flower. And this typical flower will continue in the syllabus of 12th also. Then comes the chapter number 10, and again it is a basic histology chapter, and it is titled as animal tissues. In animal tissues, we are going to understand the histology, meaning of histology, definition of histology, and then we'll see the basic tissue systems in animals like epithelial tissue system, connective tissue system, muscular tissue system, and towards the end, it is going to be the nervous tissue system. Chapter number 11, it is going to be again a very important chapter for biology student, and it is titled as Study of Animal Type. In animal type, cockroach, a very commonly occurring organism, animal, is kept for our studies. In this chapter, we are going to see the basic habitat and habit of cockroach. Then we'll see the systematic position, external morphology, then anatomy. In anatomy, we are going to see the digestive system, circulatory system, respiratory system, excretory system, nervous system, reproductive system, as well as being the organism that belongs to category of pest. So we will study the control measure, how we can control the population of cockroaches. Chapter number 12 is going to be a tremendously important chapter, because it belongs to plant physiology, and the title of the chapter is photosynthesis. In this chapter, we are going to understand the meaning of photosynthesis. We'll see the definition of photosynthesis, and then we'll see the structure and function of photosynthesizing organ apparatus that is said to be the chloroplast. Then we'll understand the nature of light, a kind of physics topic, and then photoexcitation, a kind of chemistry topic, then followed by the actual process of photosynthesis, which is completed in 2 stages, the photo reaction, light reaction, dark reaction, and then we'll proceed on to the basic concept of photorespiration in photosynthesis, and followed by the diversities in photosynthetic pathways which occur in the kingdom planting. Friends, then come the chapter number 13, and it is going to be the respiration and energy transfer. Again, it is a chapter that belongs to basic physiology, and in physiology, we'll understand why, how the respiration is required, and what are the metabolic reaction, metabolic pathways which are involved in the production of energy and transfer of energy from one cell to another or one organism to another. In respiration, we are going to see the meaning, definition of respiration, then a complex biomolecule, tremendously important biomolecule, ATP. And these ATPs are produced within the cell organelles said to be the mitochondria, their structure, their function, Then the types of respiration that include anaerobic respiration, aerobic respiration, and the biochemical pathways which are involved in. And towards the end, we'll understand the basic concept of respiratory quotient. Friends, then come the chapter number 14. And this chapter number 14 is titled as Human Nutrition. In this human nutrition chapter, we are going to understand the meaning of nutrition, the definition of nutrition, the component of nutrition, and then we will proceed on to the human digestive system with anatomy as well as histological aspect. And as far as the physiology of digestion, nutrition is concerned, and towards the end of the chapter, we'll understand the basic nutritional disorders and the diseases commonly occurring in the human beings. Then comes the chapter number 15, and this chapter number 15, it is titled as Excretion and Osmoregulation. In this excretion and osmoregulation, we will understand meaning, definition and need of excretion, why excretion is required, and then we'll understand the excretion process with a variety of excretory products that are produced in the variety of organisms. Then we'll understand need of excretion, types of excretion, the excretory structures called as nephridia, and then excretory system of man, physiology of urine formation, and a variety of diseases and disorder related to the excretory system. Then comes the chapter number 16, and this 16th chapter, it is titled as Skeleton and Movements. In skeleton and movements, we'll understand what is the meaning of movements and locomotion, the variety of muscular movements, the type of muscles, the mechanism of muscle contraction, the physiology of muscle contraction, the skeletal system of human body, axial skeleton, appendicular skeleton of human body, and towards the end, again, disorders of muscles and bones we are going to understand. So friends, this is going to be your syllabus for standard 11th biology. And if you go through this syllabus, you might have understood that it is going to be a tremendously important part as far as your NEET and CET examination are concerned. But not only that, in addition to these exams, this syllabus of 11th as well as 12th, it is going to play a very important role in your daily routine life also as a human being. Friends, if you find these videos helpful for your studies, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Anand Joshi Biology. You can subscribe, like, share and comment so that I will continue to upload such useful videos. Thank you. Thank you very much.